Hello, welcome to Learning Station. The quote that I am going to share is, "If you can dream it, you can do it," said Walt Disney. Let's read 9b, Jump from the Sky, from page number 4. Peter and Jane have an uncle who can fly an aeroplane. The two children are with this uncle today. They are at an aeroplane show. Many people have come to see the aeroplanes. They put their car in the car park and walk over to where the aeroplanes are on show. The sky is blue and the sun is out. "I'm glad it's fine weather," says Jane to her uncle. "Yes," he says. "It's just the day we want for the show." As they walk round, Uncle tells Peter and Jane about the aeroplanes. He knows a lot about them and he has been up in some of them. "It makes me want to learn to fly," says Peter. "I've never been up in an aeroplane." "I'll take you up one day," says his uncle. "Would you like to come, Jane?" he asks. "Of course," says Jane. "I want to go up as soon as I can." Then Uncle tells the children that he is going up to jump from an aeroplane. In the picture you can see Peter and Jane have come with their uncle to an aeroplane show. They park their car and then walk towards the place where the aeroplanes are on show. In this picture you can see the aeroplanes are on show, and as they walk they talk about aeroplanes. Their uncle knows a lot about them. He has been up in some of them. Peter says that he wants to learn to fly, and so does Jane. Uncle says that he would take them up one day in an aeroplane, and then he tells the children that he is going up to jump from an aeroplane. Uncle has left Peter and Jane as he has to go up in his aeroplane with some more men and then jump out. It is part of the show. Peter and Jane go back to the car park and wait to see their uncle come down. They look up into the sky and talk to each other as they wait. "I hope he won't be in danger," says Jane. So Uncle has left for the aeroplane from which he and other men have to jump. It is part of the show. Both the children, Peter and Jane, go back to the car park and wait to see their uncle jump down from an aeroplane. They look up into the sky and talk to each other about the safety of their uncle. "I hope not," says Peter. "Uncle knows what to do, of course. He's been doing it for a long time." All the people watch the aeroplane climb up and up. Soon it is so far up that it looks very small. Up in the aeroplane, Uncle and the other men look down. They can see a long way, as it is a fine day. The people and the buildings look very small to them. They talk about the jump they are going to make. They will take turns to jump out of the aeroplane. In the picture you can see that the children are standing in the car park, and Peter says that Uncle has been doing it for a long time, so I hope that he's not in danger. All the people are looking up in the sky to wait for the men to jump from the airplanes. They can see the airplanes go up and up in the sky as it is a clear day. Up in the airplane, Uncle and other men can look at the people and buildings down there. They look very small to them. Then they talk about jumping from the airplane turn by turn. The men in the airplane are ready to jump out. They enjoy doing this, and they know that many people enjoy this part of the show more than any other. One of the men jumps. He falls quickly at first and then more slowly. Now it is Uncle's turn. He jumps out of the airplane and falls very quickly. Then he goes down more slowly. So the men in the aeroplane are ready to jump. They know that people enjoy this part of the show the most. One of the men jumps. First he falls quickly and then slows down. And when it's uncle's turn, he jumps out of the aeroplane and falls quickly and later slows down. In this picture, you can see men jumping from the airplanes. All the other men throw themselves out in turn. Soon they all come down together. The people can see them against the blue sky as they fall. It takes some time and many people with cameras take photographs. The children watch from the car park and then walk to the aeroplanes again. They are going to tell their uncle they are glad all went well. I enjoy it when uncle jumps, but I'm glad when it's over, says Jane. I know what you mean, says Peter. I would like to go up in an aeroplane, but I wouldn't like to jump out. So all the other men throw themselves out turn by turn, but they come down together. People enjoy looking at them also because it's clear weather, and some of them take photographs with their cameras. Children watch all this from the car park and they are excited to tell their uncle that all went well. Jane says that I enjoyed when uncle jumped, but I'm glad it's over. Peter says that I know what you mean because I would like to go up in an aeroplane, but I wouldn't like to put myself into danger or jump from it. Uncle is with Peter and Jane again. I think you like jumping like that, says Jane. Yes, you enjoy it, don't you? Asks Peter. Uncle says, yes, I enjoy doing it. Now we'll do something you like. What do you want to do? Let's go over there by that small building, says Peter. Anyone can buy a balloon there. The man will blow it up. Then you can write your name and where you live on the balloon. In the picture, you can see that the uncle is back with both the children. Uncle says that, yes, I do enjoy this, but what do you want to do now? Peter says that let's go towards the small building where a man is selling balloons and we can buy a balloon and write our name on it. Why do you have to do that? Asks Jane. Peter says you do it only if you want to. You let the balloon go up into the sky. It may come down far away. If someone finds it, he may send it back to you from a long way away. They find Bob and Mary together over by the balloons. There are other children there. One father has a camera. He takes a photograph of his children by the pretty balloons. Peter, Jane, and their two friends each want to buy a balloon. Jane asks Peter that why do you want to write the names on the balloon? Peter explains that if you would do so, let the balloon go up into the sky, it may come down far away and whoever finds it can return it back by looking at the name and address. They find Bob and Mary, their friends, by the balloons, and there are other children as well. You can see in the picture that a father is taking a photograph of his children by the pretty balloons. All the children are enjoying buying the. Peter, Jane, and their two friends also want to buy a balloon. The children like to look at the colors of the balloons and to watch the man blowing them up for other children. Then they each pick the colors they want for themselves. Peter has a white balloon, Bob a red one, Mary a pretty blue one, and Jane a pretty yellow one. They give the man their money for the balloons and he blows them up. Then they write their names on the balloons and are ready to send them off. First, Bob holds up his arm with his red balloon in his hand and lets it go. It goes up at once and they all watch it. Then Peter sends off his white balloon in the same way. The two girls have their turn next. They hold up their arms together and let their balloons fly off at the same time. It's like a race, says Jane. Yes, a balloon race, says Mary. I hope they all go a long way and that someone sends them back to us, says Bob. This picture that all the children have selected balloons of different colors for themselves, and they bought the balloons and later on wrote their names and address on each balloon. You can see in this picture that all the children have bought balloons of their favorite colors. Then they write their name and address on each of them and set them free into the sky turn by turn. Jane says that it's like a race, and Mary says yes, it's like a balloon race. And Bob says that I hope all of them go a long way, and when someone finds them, they send their balloons back to us. It is question time. Question number 1 from today's video is, what does the uncle want to do by going up an aeroplane? And my question number 2 is, whom did Peter and Jane meet by the balloons?